My dog ate my library book. Throughout the history of public libraries, the one living creature that has been more responsible for destruction of library property has been dogs. Now, I am a dog lover, so this doesn't come from some deep-seated hatred of dogs. It is just a fact. From years of working in public libraries, I have seen their destruction. On the average of once or twice per week, anonymously returned books are put in the book drop by a patron who hoped that staff didn't notice the teeth marks on the corner of the books. I suppose it could be humans who are chewing on the book, or a cat, but I am almost certain that 99% of the time that the teeth marks on a book are caused by dogs. The typical library policy is to charge the patron for the destruction of a book. Sometimes it could be water damage. On a rare occasion, we might find bed bugs, which meant we had to fumigate the collection. But most of the time, the excuse was, "My dog ate my library book." Honest patrons return a damaged book in person and sheepishly ask how much it is going to cost to replace it. In some instances, we let them buy the books themselves at a bookstore and then charge them to process the book and to put it back in the collection. I always felt bad for the honest people who returned the book in person, and sometimes I gave them a break and just discarded the book from the collection if it wasn't a new book that was destroyed. My favorite story of a dog destroying a book was from a frequent patron who was one of the book people who visited the library on a weekly basis. She was a local RN and often visited the library in her scrubs after work. A very proper middle-aged woman, she was always polite, and we exchanged a few pleasantries each time she came in. One day, she had a badly destroyed book in her hand. The book had bite marks all over it, and I could tell that a dog had used the book as a chew toy. She approached me at the desk very tentatively and apologetic. "I'm sorry, Steve, but my dog got a hold of this book. I would be happy to pay for it if you let me know how much it would cost to replace it." I responded, "Don't worry, it happens all the time. Let me check and see how old the book is, and I might just discard it and not charge you anything." Being a dog lover, since my dog is a German Shepherd and Border Collie mix, I made small talk while I looked up the cost of her book. "What kind of dog do you have?" She looked at me a little sheepishly, and she answered the question, knowing I would have the same response she had seen from dozens of people who had asked her the same thing. "My dog is a Pit Bull and Chihuahua mix." I don't care who you are. You can be the most prudish person in the world. However, when someone tells you that their dog is a Pit Bull and Chihuahua mix, you immediately visualize a powerful Pit Bull mounting a poor little Chihuahua. I'm sure she guessed the image that was in my head as my jaw dropped. I just had to ask the next question. Who was the father, the Pit Bull or the Chihuahua? She quietly answered, "The Chihuahua was the father." Again, the visual entered my head, but this time it was of a Chihuahua standing on a little footstool and mounting a powerful Pit Bull that was 4 times its size. We knew each other well enough that I responded by joking. That Chihuahua must have had a great deal of confidence and a high sense of self-esteem. We both erupted into laughter. Dogs provide great love for their owners. They are affectionate creatures, and my dog Max has kept me in shape during my retirement by walking me every day. However, dogs have destroyed more library property than any single person has done with spilled coffee, neglect, or water damage. Dogs not only have eaten many a student's homework, but they have also done their fair share of chewing on library books.